Okay, so let's take a quick look at one sample from the what they call alien aquarium. It's just, I mean, it contains a little bit of water from the water aquarium and all sort of like a paraffin and oils and like beeswax, things like that. It shouldn't be extremely like interesting because it's a new aquarium, so it didn't have like enough time to develop. It's basically that's material. I mean, the Neros are probably, I mean, ones, I mean, from the that were created, of course, in the aquarium, like that were taken from the aquarium waters. But it needs time to develop its own character and maybe new life forms and new types of Neros. So we definitely see Neros, and you see, I mean, the crude like stains of the paraffin, the canola oil, and you know, the paint oils, the linseed oil. More Neros. A little bit of life forms. This is actually even interesting because sorry, because it's kind of red. Maybe we take a closer look just because of the color. Nice color. These look like very interesting. These look like, you know, I think it looks like, I mean, something that is like engineered life form that is worked by like small Neros, but maybe I'm wrong, I don't know. It deserves much more like time to actually research this, but I rather not do it now and advance in other directions and leave this aquarium for, I mean, for at least a month to develop its own character and then maybe get back to it. These, of course, are life forms. I don't know if it's in the process of the Neros killing them or creating them. It's interesting. So, I mean, when it will be more developed, like in a month or so, we will kind of like maybe get, I mean, have more emphasis on this one. But I wanted to have like a reference and to see that everything is going well, and it seems that it's going well. We have germs, we have microbes, we have all sort of like industrial stains, and of course we have Neros. And this looks like all sort of like bacteria that is either fighting the Neros or created by the Neros. What is this yellow stuff? Big life form, great. So very promising, very promising. We will keep it, as it is for the next like a month or so and see how it develops. Very nice. And while we are at it, let's zoom out again to 64 and let's take a look at a sample from the Nutella mixture, which is quite old. As I said, it's from Passover, so it's like at least 2 months, even more, I think, more than that. And I think that in this one I've actually detected like a life form that is visible in the naked eye, but I'm not certain. I kind of lost it now. No, it wasn't in this one. It was in no. So no, it's not in this one. It's in another one. The naked eye is from the terrarium. No, from the catamaran, like the flopped super container. We have taken 2 samples from it, and this will be the next video. But let's first give the honor to this Nutella mixture. Okay, this is huge. What the hell is this? I'm not sure if you even understand what I'm actually There aren't a ton of Neros here, we should say. I mean, we'll see some, but it's not very dense. I'm not sure why. Maybe they just didn't have germs to. Maybe it wasn't really the best like mold colony or germ colony. I don't know. Because on the surface level, it seems like a much better one than the aquarium. I mean, it contains tons of sugar and milk and things like that, and the nuts, whatever nuts that Nutella uses. But the water aquarium contains almost nothing that is like that. I mean, is like good to life, except a little bit of silan, maybe like date paste. I mean, we should really consider the possibility that most of the life forms that we've seen in the water container were actually synthetic and not biological, but it's very difficult to actually say. I mean, if anyone has any conjecture on the matter, I will be glad to hear. And also, even better if they have a way to actually test it and to prove it that these life forms are synthetic and not biological. Huge size is kind of indicative, but not entirely. But it could be a mutant, created by the Neros, like X-Men microbes, which are still biological by definition. Or this, carbon-based by definition. But it seems to me that the difference from this container to the water aquarium was not in the fact that this was less conductive to life. It was actually much more conductive to life. But probably it was not conductive to the Neros themselves. It wasn't good for the Neros. That's why we don't see many life forms. I mean, it's kind of convoluted hypothesis, but it's again, I'm continuing my lines that I actually pursued since January, that I think that again the Neros both feast on they dine on the microbes, and they also revive the microbes. So I mean, if the Neros do not feel comfortable, they cannot revive, cannot create microbes, and then you will not see microbes, even if presumably it's a good mixture, because it's based on chocolate paste, which is certainly something that germs like, unless I'm completely off with my understanding of what actually germs and microbes prefer to eat. So no, not many Neros, and no life, and almost no life forms. So yeah, but it's a lot of biological material. We see a ton of biological material, but not. And here is a life form also, but seems not maybe it's non-developed life forms. I don't know. Okay, so again, it's not incredibly important for me to actually answer all these questions. What I'll probably do with the Nutella is that I will add that to one of the other mixtures. I need to think what exactly, because I don't want to waste it, because it does contain Neros and life forms. So I don't want to throw it. It's not worth throwing, but it's not particularly of interest. So I just add it to one of the other bigger containers. And that will be the fate of the Nutella from Passover. Okay, so next one should be the catamaran. Two samples from the catamaran. It looked like a ship, the super container that was not success, that flopped. And after that, we will take a look at two samples from the terrarium. And then I will need to wash all the slides in order to prepare more slides with more samples.